Guys, this is Ukyo the Mountain Man here in Japan again, and I'm sorry for not making a video consistently like I said in my last videos. I'm here with my baby daughter again, she's cute, but the main topic is not her, but in my mind the main topic is always going to be about her. It's a nice day here in Shito no Mate in Osaka City. I'm again here in Fukakita Ryokuji Park, so if you didn't come to this park, please, if you live in this area, check it out. It's a wonderful park. They just recently had their Hanami, which took place like 2 weeks ago, and this place was like packed. It looked like some type of like concert hall. Not that there was no places for a person to sit down. I mean, this park is like huge. I would say this park is actually maybe 2 baseball fields put together with some extras. So please come to this park. Anyway, today's subject is going to be about job hunting in Japan. And this is coming from a personal experience of mine, a recent personal experience. And this is also in reference to Unrested's video that he posted here about 1 month ago. And it's an interesting topic. It's about well, in his case, there's like bad eikaiwa jobs or bad English teaching jobs that a gaijin should avoid. So if you're into the eikai shigoto, eikaiwa or ALT type of world, and you just have a teacher's visa, then please check out that video, because it has a wealth of information that you guys should know if you plan to live here on a long-term basis. And so yeah, me personally, I have my Haigusha visa, which means basically I have a spouse visa, and the Haigusha visa allows a gaijin here to not only live here 3 years, but they can work any job that they want here in Japan. Just as long as it's not illegal, and which is great, because it gives the gaijin and it gives them just like pretty much total freedom. They don't feel that separated from the rest of the job market that's just stuck to like eikaiwas and like English teaching jobs. I know that there are some gaijin that they don't like teaching English. Like they're all psyched up. They're actually in their home country saying, I'm gonna after I graduate from university, I'm gonna teach English in Japan. They get here, they're all psyched up. And after a month or 2, or even a couple of weeks, or even a couple of days, they find that they don't like children, they don't like teaching English, or they may feel like they're some type of recorder, which is not the case. Obviously, these are people who, most of them didn't study Japanese language or Nihongo when they came here. They just came here, they didn't really prepare for it, they didn't really think about it, they weren't really as serious as they thought about it. So they come here and then they get disappointed, wind up going back to their home country, and their position is actually open. So yeah, if you got a Haigusha visa here, it's the second best visa you can get aside from an Eijuken, which means that you're a permanent resident. Permanent resident means that you're pretty much a Japanese national. So yeah, if any of you guys are into that, there are some. I believe Victor in Nagoya, he has his Eijuken, and Unrested, I believe he's also Eijuken, and also Warren Strat, he's based in Shizuoka, he also has his Eijuken, as well as some other J vloggers out there. I think Tikyo Sam might have his Eijuken, I'm not too sure, he never really mentioned it on his channel, but I think he did mention it, how long he's been here. Anyway, the subject that I want to cover a little bit is that sorry for the barking in the background. The subject I want to cover is that if you come to Japan and you're planning on living here long term and you're desperately looking for a job, of course the typical thing that a gaijin is going to do is pretty much try to hit any job aside from eikaiwa, or aside from teaching English. And that's great and all, but there's one thing that a gaijin should be careful of, is there's a lot of these what I want to call them, these people, like they're like scouters, but they're not actually scouters, they're not actually recruiters, they're actually like considered like salesmen. And what these people do, they actually are probably contracted from a main big company like let's just say Sony for example. This is just an example. I don't know if Sony actually does this. They hire these people, which are actually salesmen, which are supposed to be acting like recruiters, but they don't do it. But they're not actually recruiters, but they're just finding people off the internet and just telling the company, yeah, I found this person. They're ready to work, or they have this experience. And in most of the cases, these people actually don't have experience. They just throw them in these interviews. You meet with your Josh or your boss, and then usually these type of jobs are like the quick to hire type of jobs, and they're not the most best of jobs. They're nowhere near teaching English. Teaching English is like awesome here. Even if you're ALT, not only does it pay more, you get like the sick days, you get the sick time off. But these type of quick salesman type jobs that a Gaijin should avoid, they have to be careful for, because I actually had some of them before I found my beautiful Eikaiwa job. Like yelling in my ear, like, oh, well, why didn't you tell me that you found this other job, blah blah blah, or hey, are you a man, or whatnot. And I was like shocked. I'm like holy balls, like these people act like this out here. Yeah, and it can get really scary, because I actually remember telling my wife, it gets to the point where these people will just go ballistic, and they're like, hey, well, why didn't you inform me earlier? When you have a baby like me, and you're desperately looking for a job, some people don't have that much time. They're not as free as they used to be before they had a baby. So yeah, they cannot exactly, like if they apply to 100 jobs a day, and let's say 20 of those jobs get back to them, if you don't write it down, you're going to lose track. And that was my case. I didn't write most of them down. I didn't write like half of them down. So I don't know inside my head, what I applied to or not. These people call you on the phone. Oh yeah, you didn't come to this meeting, or some people forget to actually give you the address, which is what I had before looking for a job. And as a Gaijin, just be careful with these quick to hire companies that are not Eikaiwa, and even some of the quick to hire Eikaiwa jobs, you should be careful for, particularly the ones that a Gaijin will call you, and they say that they want to schedule an interview. They forget to even give you the address. You call back, say, hey, why you haven't sent me the address? Then they're like, hey, well, I was too busy teaching classes. I mean, come on. If you really want to meet a person for a position, I'm sure that person has at least like 5 minutes to send you the address to that, to the institution or the school that you're going to be teaching at. No one is like that busy that they don't have the time, yet they went to the trouble of actually calling you for the interview. So that doesn't make sense, right? So anyway, yeah, that was my little rant, because I remember that, I just want to warn you guys that, yeah, there's work here in abundance in Japan if you look. But be careful for those schemy type of jobs. Mainly they're the ones that are not involved with Eikaiwa. So I suggest that even if you do come here with the high grade visit, go for Eikaiwa, go for your ALT. If you can get into public school, the schools do that also. Keep away from these shoddy jobs. So anyway, my baby, she's getting ready to like go on a little rant herself. So on that note, I look forward to seeing you on my next video. And my next video is actually going to be about the woods bow that I told you, which is the bicycle, which is this bicycle. This bicycle over here. See? It's going to be about the tire. Right? My baby's excited because she wants to know what the woods valve. And let me tell you, the woods valve isn't as hard as it is to fill, but it will catch some of you guys off guard, because you'll see it's completely different from the Western valve. Anyway, yeah, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. And also, please check out Unrested's channel, and check out Give Me a Flake Man, Give Me a Break Man's channel. Check out TKO-san's channel, because these guys have a lot of information, and of course, Eco Simon. And yeah, stay tuned for our next video. Okay, so bye.